try to start with consistency, showing mwzera B, but keeping Havoc's power here towards A as they take A heaven and lock it down for now.
Sacy was under pressure. They're gonna drop into the vents. Zellsis hiding behind the wall. Nobody's checking it. He hears 4, misses the first few shots. mwzera solo on HP, but at least to get the information. Pivoting out towards the B heavens. Zekken now will have to answer back, pushing them away with the paint shells. Now the swing behind the boombot, hit by the flash on the attack, and is forced to fall back as FURIA now gains space.
So much chip damage to FURIA right now. They've got to be so careful and be behind each other on this take. johnqt waiting.
Havoc, though, first contact. TenZ gets the first blood, though. johnqt still waiting, and all the rest of Sentinels are there to help out. Kills are coming to flood. Now for the Sentinels as well, with back to a 2 versus 2. Now Zekken has to try to win it. Push up towards that A ramp to get slowed down.
Not that it's just Conan lurking. It's going to be the whole team here, and you see Sacy playing far back. Sen's going to take some time to rotate, so FURIA could get good ground here to grab this bonus for themselves.
Yeah, but he's gonna get caught now, only with a buggy. Couldn't make it back towards screen, so there's an extra smoke, and that's a perfect smoke from TenZ, allowing him to pull back towards the screen for the rest of the Sentinels to come back and do their signature plays. Good on retakes. The floods are good too. They don't have Zellsis for the snake bites to work with, though. And FURIA, they understand that type of retake play, so they're playing on the left side of the A entrance. Comes down to a 3-2-1 call right now for Sentinels to start using that utility. There's that paint shells towards Hell. That's going to do a lot of damage onto mwzera, but Havoc is able to get that shot onto TenZ. A flash around the corner, and Havoc's trying to stay alive as supportive of his teammates. And it's looking pretty good now for FURIA on this post plan. Zekken's left alone, half HP, only a stinger, and Khalil picks it up.
Something simple, just to start.
Flash misses. That's an easy kill for Zekken to start things off. So that's mwzera down. The boombot doesn't get more information. Oh! We're on the map too. Yep. There's already a double flank going through. What, rotate and a flank rather, as FURIA are now decided to commit towards the A site. johnqt holding behind the map with the first pick. Cage down, caught with his pants down as well. Havoc trades it out. An advantage for FURIA in a pulse plant.
Spike planted.
All this a delay from Sacy to try to give a chance for TenZ to flank behind. Khalil still watching that ramp. It was Labor. Gets that pick, though. Even up on a 2 versus 2. mwzera is low on HP. Havoc full HP on his end as they're doubling up together on the attack side, trying to fight the elbow. Behind the smoke, walks through the timing. Now spotted by Sacy. He saw mwzera inside the corner of the screens. It's a crossover, and the shot's missed by mwzera. An opportunity
is there. And for that to be the way that FURIA loses their info on what the mid-game FURIA is trying to run.
Showstopper out. Contact onto Havoc. Turns around for 180 onto mwzera. Quick conversion there for Sentinels, and they play the numbers. Smoke it out. Plans in that round number 5. That once again, Sentinels being very active. Zekken's rotating across towards middle, and they're grouping up here towards this A site. FURIA slowly pedaling back, waiting for the wall to come up to try to escape, and they'll be able to do so, but the lurk doesn't work out. A 1v1 against TenZ. TenZ wins it against Conan. Now that activates FURIA towards the A site, trying to capitalize on something we mentioned. The numbers of Sentinels towards this A site. I mean, they're having fun so far. Dwindling down the numbers of FURIA, it's Khalil left alone. He's trying to look towards that middle. The boombot's going to spot him. Able to break it a bit and also get the kill onto Zekken, but with the spike down, and all of Sentinels over this spike, it's looking difficult for Khalil to get anything done here.
30 seconds left.
All right, so FURIA have gone away from the Yoru composition.
This time, though, there's not too much utility to help Zekken if that pressure was coming up towards Mail. And they're following it. Showstopper out, Satchel away. Zekken makes it out unscathed. Falls back towards Hell. Trying to push the numbers back, and Havoc answers first onto Sacy inside the B main. And back and forth we go here on that middle take. Now in the front of that B side. Zekken is pressure from 2 corners. And finally, FURIA take over this B side. It's up to johnqt alone.
So we're now seeing FURIA try to put the strat book to work.
The dodge.
Oh no.
Was going inside from the orb, and Zekken picks up an easy kill. Again, trying to pivot across. TenZ gets caught, though. That's an opening right now towards the B site. It's open for FURIA to move in. We're just waiting here for Khalil, smoking out towards the spawn, and he'll TP across for a safe plant.
Yeah, they just don't know yet. You got to give all the credit here. You might just get spammed through a smoke.
Spike planted.
Oof. Super low on the chip damage there. And a good flank here coming in from Conan.
And that's the Seekers from Sentinels to get information. The late lurk also spotted as Conan's forced to retreat and play it back from the A main where the spike's not planted for him. This gives a chance now for Sentinels to activate, but that's a nice shot from Havoc. He's trying to wrap around. 2 players inside that side on the high-low. Havoc trying to find that timing. First contact is the mwzera, and it works out. johnqt again, a second attempt. Traps you have from johnqt is also to try to get traps from the scaling that FURIA has been doing towards orange, and it works out well for Zellsis to anchor up. Controlling male, snakebite, vulnerable, easy kill on the first one onto Havoc. mwzera moving in with the nice little shot to answer right back. And now FURIA are going to group up towards this B main, but they still don't know that the setup's here. They maybe hurt the camera that's going on and off, and they're deciding to avoid it.
That's a great call. So a lot of times you hear Cypher in that situations and you do not want to move. They don't have Havoc anymore, so they can't quickly blast the packs or blast pack or nade out. They go around what could be the trips, but they may still affect them in sight if they go the wrong way. Oh my God.
20 seconds left. Yeah, they're
looking for little kills, little frags, anybody out of position, but they're not finding it as Sen is just anchored in the back of the sights right now.
That's Sacy in the back of the site. There's only 10 seconds left. You got to move quick. TenZ gets the pick. That's going to make it difficult, rendering difficult for FURIA to move inside. There's that side step, easy kill, and that is the round confirmed for
Sacy's utility with the orb grab.
Showstopper there. There's that trip.
That's one way to kill it.
It's wasted. But at least FURIA has control of that B site.
Welcome to my
Even Pit coming out on the attack. Allowing Khalil to move in and try to get that plant. It's another safe plant coming through. Snakebite's coming down on the ground, but no damage being done. And we're in a great spot now for FURIA to play that post plant. There's also that fate that they were trying to do for FURIA on that A side. It's now a late lurk and a backside from mwzera. Off shot missed though as Sacy takes control of it from the B heavens. Smoke towards the B main, and we're trying to find that right timing for Sentinels to flood back inside this Viper's pit. Havoc trying to push forward. Here's the footsteps. Here's the TP. Khalil gets the pick to trade it back out, and FURIA are finally holding the post plant. Player advantage coming in their favor. Over aggression coming out from FURIA though, as that clock is still ticking down. It might be too little too late. You already see TenZ pulling back, and also is Zellsis. FURIA will still end with the round in their favor.
The way that FURIA is playing the double duelist comp, it's just so outside the box.
The A ramp as a flash comes out on the defensive side to get contact. A wall bang, a headshot, and TenZ also gets a wall bang himself. So first blood now finally in favor of FURIA, as Zellsis is trying to find that. Trying to punish a mistake. Smoke towards the screen, the walk across, easy kill for a second, as it wasn't checked after all. Now the pivot coming in with 30 seconds left. They have to come in now towards the A site. Nice shot by johnqt. Showstopper now out and trying to delay him back. Zellsis on that flank. Showstopper actually managed to survive there at 2 HP for Khalil.
Spikes in A main.
Second hat though. Now they know it's towards A main. johnqt gets that wall bang. Spike is now down. Sacy once again in the back of the map. Puts the kill on the barrage. A split activated for FURIA. Top of B heaven. B main. Second connects that shot onto Khalil. Seeker's coming out on the defensive side to get information. TenZ inside that smoke.
Get out of my way.
But there's the rest of FURIA moving through. Bladestorm now activated. Both duelists moving inside. And TenZ gets picked off. It's a beautiful trade. Now Seeker's onto the attack.
30 seconds left.
V2.
You have a lower buy from FURIA that might convert here. The Seekers is getting information. Look at that Seeker just dancing across and finally connects there on the top of heaven. And that's Zellsis. The shot's not connecting. Coden falls. mwzera trying to save the round, and his shots also do not connect. Now pivoting back out.
Enemy remaining.
Now to a 1v1 in johnqt. Sentinels are starting off with 3 players playing contact on the top of middle, and that's Havoc though, swinging out from male.
Okay, we need all these rounds. So B hit coming in, Khalil's gonna smoke to delay, but it looks like Sentinels are heavy on this B.
Definitely see there that for FURIA side, they're also very active around the map. Going back and forth as Havoc after that first kill on male, trying to prep up paint shells here, but it's too late. Big paranoia though comes out on the defensive side for Khalil. Flash to answer right back, and it's a 1v1 towards that back of the site. Trades coming through. Spike yet to move inside now for the Sentinels, but there's 3 players of FURIA already rotated out towards the B main. TenZ now under heavy attack. Sacy fully blinded. TenZ does save his teammate for a bit. Sacy, they're going to hear the reload. Swings out at least for a kill. Actually got the dink instead. Now TenZ is alone. Dancing! Forcing Sentinels to swing out one by one. A nice little cage though, and paint shells onto the front of the A site. A TK, but at least Sentinels are moving in. Big flash coming across. mwzera just driving by, but Sentinels are answering back.
Wait.
A 2v2. trying to move back towards that site. They'll move it safely as Zellsis gets the plant.
They have the better guns right now in this too. It's going to be a Marshall and a Spectre coming in. For Bulldog and the Guardian, this actually should be Sentinels taking it right back, fans.
And Khalil is not there with mwzera to try to flash for him. Playing both extremities at the entrance. The flash is being used towards Hell to clear out. Again, those weapons that you mentioned now is an opportunity for Sentinels to actually play the perfect crossfire against this weaker buy, you could put it this way now for FURIA. Footsteps are now being heard towards the front of the map. The backstab coming out from Zekken and also Khalil. And mwzera is trying to save that round. Still stuck with the Marshall, 20 HP. And that clock is ticking down.
One shot on either side.
Zellsis just runs the time down in his favor. Oh! And mwzera gets a nice pick.
Wait a minute.
Gotta be close.
Bands! Points.
Flash goes towards the A ramp. Shots are missed. And a second one also onto TenZ. Almost hit that freebie. TenZ out of the shrouded step. Flicks in down for the kill. And Nozzle is under a heavy pressure and under heavy attack in the back of this A site. Turning around, and there's Zellsis to greet him.
That's wild. mwzera has an op here, and they've avoided it completely and probably won't be able to be used for the retake. But you see just how many things you have to deal with on the entry. Havoc was there. His crosshair was broken.
Here on the second half.
As they hit towards A. Just incredible stuff right now in their choices, and they're going to be right into sight.
Yeah. For FURIA Zen, it was only a solo player, which was Nozzler playing out towards the screen, so immediately FURIA has surrendered the A site.
Yeah.
Dropped the weapon, but now the spike, we're just trying to clean it up there for Sentinels, but johnqt will get that plant, trying to get the hat out ASAP. While 3 players of Sentinels are pushing out towards the screens. It's going to be difficult to retake now as mwzera only has this op to work with and no support to help him out to clear.
Holding. johnqt has the lefty explosion from screens, collapses on FURIA if they time it right.
There's that judge coming into work, but TenZ is out towards the elbow. A 1-for-1 and an advantage for FURIA as they're storming back towards the A site.
Here.
2 players still playing out towards the screen. A double swing and a wide one coming through as Zellsis picks the kill. Off shot misses. Second one connects. Back to a 1v1. And it's against mwzera. Close range with the shorty. Denied, but there's no time.
The Vibe Merchant and the rest of the team are on board. Aggression towards mid here. Quick jumps peaks.
Yeah. Definitely see the scoreline should be at 12 though for Sentinels as they're taking control of the B main. Another attempt.
Or sorry, not TenZ. Khalil's going to play on box. You have that being drawn to Conan. You see him?
Saw him too late, but he snuck through towards the billboard.
This is weird. This,
man.
What a save.
Juggling across util and weapons, TenZ gets punished. There's still a showstopper to work with though for Zekken, as looks like johnqt has identified that it's an open A site. Sacy's already rotating all the way back. Zellsis will play the lurk. And all of FURIA with the last 3 players are still holding up towards the B heavens.
That's the second one. So they play it strong towards B here, right?
30 seconds left.
Wait a minute. Action towards mid.
Walking down for contact, and Zellsis has an inkling. Just holds it deep now towards Ramen. This gives an opportunity now for 2 players to rotate towards the back. I mean, it'll get spotted by a trip and a camera. Zellsis will have an opportunity to go for a very late lurk or take control of A heaven late as it's planted for them. Camera's not spawning, but you don't need to. Their trip is there. Camera gets broken first. And now the players can hold towards the back of the site as well for Sentinels. They're in a great spot to lock out this first map. FURIA has the time once again against them, with the spike been planted. Showstopper now to try to delay even more. Zekken finds the opener there to trade it back. Ooh, second kill, make that a 3rd in the round as Nozzler falls. Last one to go is Conan. Trip is close, he falls back, but there's really no time in the end. The Sentinels are trying to fight and push forward from yellow. A quick flash, a double flash coming through. TenZ gets the pick, but mwzera with that lurk opens it up on the A side where Zellsis is right there for the backstab.
They have to have this middle control here. Sentinels, if you look at the mini-map, this turret's firing into the top side of the tube, but they have to keep it middle, and Zellsis being there has been a huge boon already. Ready to retake from screens now once they get johnqt here. And they'll have that flash from TenZ. No, they will not have the flash from TenZ to enter the site from screens as usual.
Noswer, though, trying to hold down that spike. A 3v3, damage players across the board, but FURIA are lighting up the scoreboard. johnqt alone with the Sheriff, but body shots all aplenty with Noswer and Khalil with one shot each. But we're definitely working towards that. Oh, but unfortunately, as they heard the tap on that orb, Khalil was trying to go for that pick. At least he'll score that ult orb in the next round. Now FURIA trying to push back out towards that B main. Recon dart, Dizzy, not really spotting anybody yet. johnqt is playing out in the open as he didn't get tagged by that recon. Sees a jump across, TenZ with the support. Players are falling down for FURIA.
One enemy remaining.
Easy hold for Sentinels in the end. Noswer the last man standing. A flawless Lear to come through, a Dizzy's thrown. And Sentinels forced to fall back, so it works out at least on that end. Zekken pushing forward, first blood in the round. A trade, a dismiss. Molly into the corner, forcing them out. Noswer trying to push forward, but TenZ is there for the support. And he gets two!
One enemy remaining.
As Khalil also falls in the end, Conan was trying to get that lurk on that B side or activate something.
The other side. So if it is B, they slowly alive, and you can keep giving audio cues over here to the right side. Nice one-way denial, more slowing down FURIA.
I was gonna say it was a good idea there that Zellsis stayed alive so the turret gets that information. He gets picked off, but at least his teammates were there to help. We mentioned the amount of rounds and the amount of kills that Khalil was getting now activates the lockdown, clearing the space now for the attack side of FURIA to try to get this plant through. There's that timing, though. Beautiful orb being placed and delayed from johnqt, allowing TenZ to get this pick. Spike now down. 2 players left alive. 23 seconds left. And again, do this early. 2 players now sitting up in that area. Easy
the off goes
for
mid.
Zekken. And then mwzera trying to answer back. And that Zekken jumping up on the windowsill and gets an easy pick. And a third one right there onto Noswer. Spike down, picked up, and instantly there. Difficult for FURIA to get anything done in this 6th round. Turret now spots the player. Zellsis sees here the backpack of Khalil. Wingman's trying to move forward to at least get the plant down. TenZ is there to support. Spike down for a second time. Khalil made some noise, and that is probably the end of the round. Very, very soon here. And Sentinels looks like they're identifying that. There's that Wingman moving forward to try to clear out towards the right side, and there's that Thrash to clear towards the back. It'll actually detain Zellsis in the process and give a chance here for this plant to come towards Jenny. Again, Hunter's Fury at the ready that they can play it more passively for FURIA, and no null command this time from TenZ to stop it.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's Zellsis with the lockdown on the defensive side. And look at FURIA, they want to stay back. I mean, they have util to work with. They have the Hunter's Fury. There's the lineups, and that's just going to delay even more. Protect Noswer, protect the VIP. And there's that Hunter's Fury to come out. Cancels that, the defuse. Conan playing on the top, connects onto Zellsis. And that might be it right there.
There's a lot of time.
Not even halfway. Zekken gets that pick. It's now at half. The picks are coming through.
All right.
And there you go. Zekken save it. Does get a wall bang onto Khalil, who's low on HP, but that Wingman is still going for that planet generator. Denied now by Sentinels towards that back of the side. Nice flick from Zekken to headshot Havoc. Now a counter coming through. Wingman coming out on the defensive side, trying to stun some players as Sentinels are trying to move back towards that site. There's a temp of a plant from Conan. Nobody's watching that line. An easy kill for TenZ. Underhand flash being thrown. A second peek. Now spotting Noswer on the left side of 410. Snake bite to delay even more. The clock is dwindling down. And now it forces him to be zero to try to make a play. And all of FURIA also are trying to make a play. As they get
from the team. And they have not faked. FURIA have not faked a lot. So Sentinels are going to read this and play into it.
Even gets a pick before the lyric came out. So denying MWZero once again. Null coming out from TenZ. Spike denied on the other end from Sacy, anchoring towards the back of the site to get one pick at the same time. TenZ now with full support. Crossfire is also being set up by the Sentinels, and FURIA cannot move forward as TenZ picks up 2 in the round. Again, another one of those moments. 1 versus 4, 1 versus 5. Grouped up. Is just going to wait it out. There's that lockdown that we talked about here. That it was lost in that previous round, wasn't capitalized by Khalil. Now they have an opportunity to take site. But there's a corner out in the open. This might be an opportunity for Zekken to get a one and done. Fully flash and fully gets the pick. Now detained, but has no support from his teammates. Everybody was already pivoting towards his B side, so the second will fall. Plat comes in, and here's the pit for the attack.
And what do they have? Wingman can get in dizzy if they do that double flash towards the backside. You can get Viper's bites to displace and make sure you know where people aren't standing in. A lot of options, but FURIA have good ground right now. And Molly's on the spike.
Even a recon dart coming out on the attack. Does not get any pings. Havoc playing forward, but again, it's Guardians for FURIA. Underhand flash. johnqt picks up the pick. Trying to get the spray inside of that pit. Nosler is down to 5 HP. Conan trying to stay alive just at the edge of his pit. There's that defuse coming in. It gets denied by Nosler. Pit now comes down. Players are also falling on the other end. But there it is. It will not happen. FURIA will get round number 4.
FURIA is not moving.
They're just winning off the util. Havoc now finally finding the timing to push forward. Scoring, answering first. Continuing the frags are FURIA. As we're seeing a reverse scenario of the first half. 2 players left alive, make that only 1. Zellsis against a full roster. Trying to hold it out here on the top of the A tower.
50
that nest.
50 bundles if he clutches.
I mean, you're paid, not me.
No. Nah, that was just an overall to the universe.
At least he'll get the backstab now. Double headshot onto mwzera, and that will also activate FURIA to swarm around. He's contained now towards the nest is Zellsis. And there comes the wall bangs. Shock darts, he's trying to save his utility.
Ooh.
Which is actually a good thing to do now. Trying to save these into the later rounds. Isolating another kill, but
Sentinels to know there is pressure.
Thankfully here, Sentinels still are able to muster out a pretty decent buy. Has shields pushing forward, tempering up towards his A side. Khalil, though, scores first from the screens up towards the A tower. TenZ falls. Plant attempt it, which allows potentially a Thrash to come out, but it's a Thrash on the defensive side that comes out. Does get a contact. Khalil gets the pick up the zekken. johnqt is trying to do whatever he can. As Zellsis also denies the flanker. You're going to be fine in this corner, but you are dwindling down on HP. This gives a chance here for Sentinels to just reset. There's not too much util left. There's a mosh pit available for Sacy if they want to try to flush some players out. And Zellsis also has his nanoswarms. Gets a first one on the top of the balcony. Crossfires picks it up, and that's a beautiful pit. In the end, the Koenig towards the back of the side. It's traded out. Havoc now alone, but the spike is still out in the open of the A side. And with that pick, you allow the Thrash to try to get some information. And Havoc's able to squeeze through. You won't see him, and finally to do so, tries to dodge away and crouches away towards the back of the site. 35 HP left. They hear the drop, the run forward. There's that first! Anything, yeah, that gives a chance for the lockdown to come through. Zekken's trying to lean out towards his B main. Almost got caught there. Now with the knife out, an easy one, maybe, but no! Zekken scores the opener. Lockdown to try to push the players back. The rotates from Sentinel towards B. But with the lockdown, it also pushed away FURIA for faster rotate. Confirmed now by Havoc as he sees 3 players cross. Zekken still has to try to create and gain that space. Trying to spam across. Plant now attempted down by Sacy's wingman. Underhand flash, beautiful by TenZ. Trying to capitalize on the kill and wins it.
Gosh.
No trades coming out from mwzera as he gets denied on the top of B heaven by Zekken. Last 2 players spot in the back of a Snowman. Snake bite to flush him out, but Khalil lands 2 nice shots. Wall bangs. TenZ actually wanted to try to convert those kills, decides to play the numbers with the rest of his teammates. But you are heavily damaged right now for FURIA, trying to work back the map.
Oh, Zellsis just creating trouble, trying to get noticed by the turret up in kitchen, so now they got to worry about what's behind them.
Molly also being thrown as the players are pushing forward, but you see the delays coming through. Nanoswarms already came out, and there's Zellsis hearing the back pedal, and he's trying to cut the rotate out towards the kitchen. It's going to be a freebie. There's that first, turns around for the responsibility for Sentinels to try to push out towards B main. That turret is going to sense and see. Nice flick though by mwzera to even up the tally. 4 versus 4. Wingman going for the plant. Deniability from Zekken as he was trying to get some control, but TenZ at least is there. Underhand flash once again behind johnqt's wall. A second one to clear out towards the site. Conan almost found that timing on the top of kitchen. Pit also went down. Lockdown now activated on the defensive side. But you already see the reposition here from johnqt. He's not going to be affected by the radius of this lockdown, so he can keep the pit up. A little bit of an error now for FURIA as they're trying to retake the site. Lear now coming through, spams across, just trying to get lucky against johnqt, who is down to half HP. Well, it's actually util being used instead. It's not looking too good here for FURIA to capitalize on the defuse. TenZ gets the pick onto mwzera. And the last two players falling back. Sacy swinging out. And there's only going to be Khalil that remains.
All to use. They got to be finding the strategies to give them more advantage here if they're going to be trying to take rounds from Sen.
They're trying to.
Oof, they are. The attempts are there, but so is zekken.
Defensive side now of FURIA, trailing behind by 4 rounds, where mwzera stayed patient the whole time, but still gets punished.
What is it about those angles for FURIA? It just seems like the moment they fall asleep at the wheel is when the peak comes through for Sen. One more time again it happens, and they are in to be scot-free here. Flawless so far. 3 members of FURIA left.
Ooh, still got the plant before the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, that was very close.
Ended up being wasted, unfortunately, there. You saw a little bit of a head tilt rather from mwzera after not getting any contacts. At least havoc scores against that lurk of Zellsis. Recon Dart could be very big right now for mwzera to find some information, and a dizzy as well. There's util being used, forcing now zekken out of position in front of yellow. Wall comes up for johnqt to try to keep him up, but mwzera finally kills him as the wall comes down. mwzera and havoc fighting right back, and it's johnqt alone. Wingman just got denied. At least it's diffused halfway. johnqt focuses on the diffuser, but it gets picked up by mwzera, and there will be time to 3 rounds. Again, being corrective. Recon Dart with Lear, but Sentinels now realizing that util are now using their thrash to clear out towards the A site. Zekken getting forward position as well. Havoc has his own thrash to work with to allow here FURIA to come back. Here it comes, and there's players just shooting it out. There's that Lear. Whoa, the
that was sick!
On to TenZ, but there's still players to hold it back. Zekken gets 2 kills before he falls, but the spike's been planted by the Sentinels. Clear advantage on their end as well. Conan dropping down, delays coming through with the nanoswarm. Sacy with the forward position just by the Jenny. The volley missed, the delay actually did land off the generator onto the spike. TenZ around the corner, stopped by mwzera. Orb coming up, Sacy gets the pick. And no opportunity to get it halfway as Zellsis.
Sentinels is throwing the entire family at the site here.
Yeah, and Havoc only has a sheriff to work with. It was anchoring that solo to start, but actually is able to get a pick off that. It doesn't allow Sentinels to get a wall here to move up. Viper now lost. Now Orb coming up on the defensive side. They're able to delay for a bit. There's that timing to come through. After Orb comes down on the defensive side, Plant now comes down for Sentinels, and TenZ gets 2 picks. Havoc little falls, chasing for more kills. mwzera is there from the spawn to get the pick. Another Hunter's Fury out, finally does get the contact, but no kill there on the Sacy. Finally the 3rd beam will come through. Still a nanoswarm on the top of that spike. 2nd one in hand of Zellsis. Not even needed as of yet. mwzera to fall. Conan, last player standing, pit to come out. Final kill needed for Sentinels to keep the dream alive. Back to a 1 versus 1 as he runs inside.
Oh my God!
They're a rifle in the hands of one of those players with the sheriff.
They're holding the lockdown for when the retake comes in, so they're going to try to get plant and then just do a long denial. Or do they? Getting super delayed right now. Orb Molly, another one to come through. And now FURIA sat. This strat does no longer has the timing for Sentinels. It's going to be a firefight.
Everybody's rotated so far for FURIA, but as they heard that they cut noise, they thought that Sentinels are going to rotate back here towards A, so look at them wiggle back towards middle. This gives a chance now for Sentinels to plant towards this B site. For zekken to move forward. Yeah, he's getting hit by his teammates. Nanoswarm as a flash comes through, and Sacy is able to save him. 2 players falling down. Havoc trying to fight right back. And there's an ult command coming out too from TenZ. Not allowing utility to come back now for FURIA. Lockdown also put down by Zellsis to delay the clock even more. All they need to do is delay so far. Yeah, they're tapping onto that spike, but it's not going to do much. Now you have to reactivate. Recon Dart not available for mwzera. Trying to get it on that top. It will ping too. But johnqt still there on the side of yellow to get that pick. Fragment on the ground. Wingman coming up. Gets denied. And